Thank you. Representative Kennedy, would you like to close?
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. First, I'd like to say this isn't the turn of the century, and it's not 1972. You know, we were lucky to get 100,000 miles out of a car back then, and I've had several I've pushed over the 400 mark. So some of these things, I live on the Yellowstone River, a half a mile downstream from a refinery in Laurel, and I eat the fish. And my neighbor is one of the head engineers there, just retired. They're smart people. I mean, people are smart. They've figured out a lot of stuff. No one knew how clean and healthful would be interpreted. And I'm glad this is going to be hard. It's our job as legislators to do this hard work. I used to believe that those who could would, but those who can must take care of the state. This is a state. This is not a globalist park for people to come do what they want. This is a state that my family's only been in a little over 100 years, but, you know, this is a state that we need to take care of as legislators. There are unintended consequences. I've heard from attorneys, wolves, marijuana, you know, there's going to be unintended consequences. You know, you want to imagine things. I've heard people imagining, you know, no more fish. Let's imagine $8 billion worth of gold sitting at mines right now in Montana that could generate over $1.5 billion worth of tax revenue sitting there. Let's imagine that, because it's the truth. You don't have to imagine it. It's sitting there. I heard about basic necessities. I guess, you know, there was a day where they wanted a copper roof, but now you don't want the mine. And people I've heard that we're doing better now. Why don't you tell the jobless people that are getting into these pyramid schemes, trying to make a living, you know, because they're easy targets, because they're hungry. They need jobs. You know, we eat the bacon, but we don't want the hogs. Let's face it, lawyers happen, okay? We're not taking clean and healthful out of this. Change is inevitable, but choice is intentional. Vague terms. Marijuana is healthful now. You know, I mean, things change, folks. That's our job. This is a real world. You know, there might be people who think that maybe, you know, Leave It to Beaver was clean, and now they think Desperate Housewives is clean as an environmental thing. I mean, this is reality, people. This is a constitutional process we're going through right now in Article 14, Section 8. And with that, I respectfully ask a due pass from you, and I thank you for a lively and fun hearing.